Hi folks, today what I want to talk about is camera. Not this one in particular. This is not a review. This is not a review. But I want to talk about what's inside. Sensor. Medium format sensor. This is talking about does it matter? Does it matter the size of my sensor? This picture behind me was taken in 2015 with an APS-C sensor. A very small sensor compared to the medium format, right? And look at the size of this. I think I have a 30 by 40, almost 48 inches. APS-C. It was an X-T1, Fujifilm X-T1. This little guy here, very small, 2011 M9, Leica M9 full frame. You see the difference? There's no difference, right? I'll show you another picture. This guy. Last year we went on a family trip to Walt Disney. I made this little album. I didn't have a DSLR with me. I had a point and shoot, a Ricoh GR2. Photos are nice, colors are nice, the dynamic is great. You know, it fit in my pocket. Couldn't change the lens. It was just a weather resistant, a very nice little camera. Does it matter? It doesn't matter. You wouldn't know. If I would not have mentioned this was done with a GR2, you would not have known. I'll show you something else. This is an 13 inch by 19. This was outside the Grand Central in New York City. Last year, again, we, as a family, we took a trip. I like the line, the leading line. I like the shape, the color in the middle there, and the brightness. It was bright daylight. What I had to shoot this, do you want to know? An Olympus OMD Mark II. Micro Four Thirds sensor. You would not have known that, right? Not have known that if I would not have said anything. I'll show you another picture. This one. This one was done in PEI in 2017, I think. Full sensor, Nikon D750. What's nice about this, I didn't have a Nikon lens. I used an old lens from the USSR. It's called a Jupiter 11. It's a 135 millimeter lens, f4. But it's a nice picture, right? Does it matter if I told you the sensor, the lens? No, doesn't matter, right? Picture is nice. And that's what counts. If the picture is nice, if you like it, you love it, you want to print it and put it on your wall, that's what matters. Not what other people think about your camera, about what you do for work or how you manipulate your file. That doesn't matter. You know, this, all I had is this. Do I look like a pro walking around with this? Oh, this is my tripod and my little X-T1. No, I didn't look like a pro. I look like a real tourist. Put this on a little ledge and this what came out. It's a beautiful picture. Today I'm using this, a Fuji GFX 50R. Oh gosh, big sensor, huge sensor, medium format sensor. But what I produce with this, it's not as any good of any of this. You know, it's okay. I do landscape with this. Actually, I'm doing a wedding in the month of May with this. I did a wedding last year in August with my OMD Mark II. I did an Olympus Micro Four Thirds wedding with an Olympus Micro Four Thirds. People got their album, got their photos, they're very happy. They never asked me, what camera are you using? What is your equipment? I read so many blogs about, like when it comes to wedding photography, if the photographer show up with his iPhone, but there is photographer out there that uses cell phone to record wedding videos and taking picture with it. And it looks amazing. There's nothing wrong with the sensor. You know what's wrong? It's how we perceive, how we measure, how we compare. We shouldn't be comparing your tool, my tool, his tool. There shouldn't be any comparison at all. At the end of the day, if I'm happy with my equipment, the way I use it, and what I produce, then I'm happy. It's not about judging other people what they use. It has nothing to do with that. But unfortunately, the web is full of this. Reviews after reviews and comparison. And so said this, so and so said that, and this is not good. I'm not going to buy this because so and so said. It's all crap. Print the picture. Don't tell what camera you use or what lens, the focal length. It's all irrelevant. I'm not a reviewer. I don't do review. And I don't want to get into that. But I will say this. If someone tells me that an APS-C is better than the Micro Four Thirds, or a full frame is better than an APS-C, or a medium format is the top of all the sensors, I won't believe them. And you shouldn't be believing them either. You should buy what you feel like you should buy. The way I feel, if it fits in my hand comfortably, I used to shoot with Canon when I started. And then the first time I grabbed a Nikon in my hand, I said, wow. The hand grip, it was like amazing. I said, I got to get one of those for myself. It was a D700. I sold a Canon 5D Mark 1 or Mark 2 to exchange it for this Nikon 7D. It was amazing. Same again, when I took the XT1 in my hand, so wow, this is a nice small grip, but it's good grip. To me, it's how it feels. And the button, where you put your finger, everything falls in place. I like the exterior of this. I like the number of buttons. There's not that many. But for me, it's good. And I don't use half of them. I just use a few. At the end of the day, as long as I can manipulate this and shoot, because sensor, tell you honestly, sensor today, they're all good. They're all good. But I shoot RAW, and RAW, I can manipulate it. I can manipulate a file to bring it to what I want, to what I saw, to what I conceive in my head first. Okay, I like this, I want to do this with this. And then at the end of the day, I accomplish this with the software and the print. Then I'm happy. Then I don't remember. I don't care what sensor I use, what camera I use, what lenses I use. We shouldn't be asking, oh, what is your camera? What is it that you use? We shouldn't be asking these things. That's impolite. It has nothing to do with our craft. What counts? It's because what we see, it has to align. What we see, what we envision, and we're able to accomplish it with the camera we have in our hand, that's what counts. Not the sensor size. That's an elephant in a room. What counts is go out and shoot. Shoot, shoot, shoot. Shoot as many photos as you can. 10,000 a year if you have to. You'll get better at it. And at one point you're going to realize, all the money I spent, all that money I spent on camera, on tools, on equipment, it had no relevance, no pertinence. And the way you take picture, none. The result, none. Experience does. The more you shoot, the more you do, the better you'll come at it. And it's not about the equipment. It's your vision. And the way you're capable of transmitting this vision onto a canvas, onto a screen, that's what counts. Until next time, folks, keep shooting.